Hi guys, it's Alexi. Welcome back to Dance Curious. Okay, here's my reaction to Jordan Fisher's final performance of the season, his Salsa and Paso Doble fusion. I'm kind of like sad actually because this has been a really fun assignment and it's kind of cool to just like look at the same dancer the whole way through. Just kind of enjoy their energy and just sort of see how they progress quickly. Yes. Nice. Yeah, his posture's come a long way. I mean, it wasn't bad at the start, don't get me wrong. It was pretty good at the start, but it's even better now. Uh-huh. Nice. It's beautiful. While still looking very confident, he's very much displaying his follower, which is traditionally what you're supposed to do as the leader, right? I think I mentioned in one of my earlier videos before, we talk about in ballroom dancing, the follower is the flower. And so whoever is dancing the follower's role, usually a woman, but sometimes we switch off. I dance both roles. Whoever's in the follower's position, they are the flower, and you, if you are leading, you display the flower. He's doing a really good job with that. And the key, of course, is that at the same time, you also have to look awesome, right? You can't just let your stuff fall by the wayside because the follower is the main focal point. You still have to look awesome, but you don't do it at the expense of the follower. You don't like make your moment and forget the follower and like leave for over there and be like, hey, my time to shine, right? And of course, good show choreography will give moments for everybody to have their moment, but he's being a very good leader right now, which is great. Nice. More flips. I wish the resolution was a little better. I'm having trouble. Sorry, it's theirs. I can't help it. Nice pirouette. His hip action is decent. There isn't like tons and tons of it, but there's like a little bit there. You can see when she's doing it, of course, she's doing like all the Latin hip action, or at least a decent amount of it. His is minimal. You don't really notice it because he's just so sharp and crisp with his movements. He just looks good anyway. But in terms of like from a technical critique perspective, nice. That was shorter than I was expecting. I like unpause it. I'm like, oh, it's over now. But that was really fun. It seemed like a good sort of summary dance for him for a lot of what he did. Like they had like the flips and they had like cool things at the feet. It definitely, showed off a lot of his strengths and it was fun. It was always fun to fuse things together and sort of see what comes out. Okay, so here we go with Jordan Fisher's trio salsa dance. I had some trouble finding this, so I didn't react to it initially. I didn't see it on the Dancing with the Stars website or YouTube channel, and I was kind of under the impression that I wouldn't be able to find it if it wasn't. But it seems like they don't care so much about like the older seasons. They're not like policing them as carefully as they are the new ones, which makes sense, I guess. Though I don't know why it can't be on Hulu then. Anyway, all of that being said, not only did I have trouble finding it, but I'm also like, okay, it's a trio dance, so far the group dances haven't been like my favorite thing ever, but you guys wanted me to respond to it, and I haven't watched it yet, but I caught just like glimpse like the top 2 comments and like, this is like the best trio dance I've ever seen on Dancing with the Stars, so now I'm excited. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hello. Oh yeah. For having 2 amateurs out there, the guys are really holding their own. Nice. Mostly I'm watching Jordan. He's really doing a good job. Salsa's a good choice for him. Nice. Good. Wow. Very, very sharp. This is a really good performance. Salsa really plays well to Jordan's strengths, and Corbin is a previous contestant, right? That's what's happening here. He's also doing fantastically. Lindsay, of course, looks phenomenal, but Lindsay always looks phenomenal. So anyway, here we go. That's nice. He's losing his turnout a bit, but okay, so yeah, so pausing it for a second. He is losing his turnout a bit at points, which is something I noticed for Jordan all throughout his season. But everything else, in terms of his movement, feels really, really nice and really cool. In terms of like his upper body and how, like his Latin motion with his upper body is pretty good. Like from the hips, not necessarily quite as good, but again, it's more challenging. Anyway. It's a great energy for him too. It's fun. They're doing lots of like great shines here. That's awesome. Yeah. It's fun. This is well choreographed as well. Very nice. That's great. That was so much fun. It really had that right like salsa feel. I liked the song choice. They did a good job. Probably Lindsay presumably did a good job with the choreography. Like having 3 dancers, right? You have to think about that. You can't do quite the same things, but I loved the solo moments that they picked, and I also the partnering sections were really cool, and the tricks just were very nice, and that was a really good salsa. I'm glad I watched that, even if it is a trio dance. So good on you guys for being like, what about the salsa? I'm like, okay. Anyway, nice. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Bye.